You're watching WIVB TV, proudly serving Buffalo, Niagara Falls, and all of Western New York. Now, Jackie Walker, Twitch Newberg, sports with Dennis Williams, and weather with Don Paul. Live from Channel 4, this is News 4 at 11.
Buffalo Sabres on the warpath, trouncing the Philadelphia Flyers right here at home.
Good evening. The Buffalo Sabres did just about everything to the Flyers tonight.
This was an incredible game. Dennis Williams has highlights.
Great playoff atmosphere as well. With the best-of-7 playoff series, even at a game apiece, the Sabres and Flyers played Game 3 tonight at the arena. Sabres welcomed their captain, Michael Pekka, back after that knee injury early in the first period. Sabres got things going early. Miroslav Chatan on the power play makes it 1-0. Then 4 unanswered goals in the second period, capped off by Brian Holzinger's shorthanded goal on the pass from Dixon Ward. Makes it 5-0. Sabres win 6-1, taking a 2-1 lead in the series. We will have more highlights and a live report from the arena coming up a little later on in sports.
All right, Dennis, and what a game it was to watch.
Let's go live now to the marina and join night team's Kathy Stradiff. Kathy?
Well, Rich and Jackie's fans are celebrating tonight, and I can tell you they predicted this big win right from the start.
Sabres 5-2.
Yeah. Same thing.
Sabres 5-2.
Yeah.
Right.
Gotta like the Sabres. I think Haskell will have a big one. Hopefully it'll be a low-scoring game, like 2-1, 2-0, something like that.
He put it away.
3-2 Sabres. 3-2 Sabres.
Yeah, I think Sabres going to kick buck and Hasek's going to play awesome tonight.
Well, they called it from the beginning. Buffalo fans say they knew the Sabres would dominate at home.
We'll be here all the way to the Stanley Cup.
Even Rob Ray, who played the role of a fan, had no doubt the hardest-working team in the NHL would take control.
There's more enthusiasm in that dressing room now than there's been in years. So, you know, it's nice to see that, and it's nice just to be a part of it.
There's also a lot of enthusiasm at the marina. Fans are ecstatic and very proud of their Sabres.
Cup we come. Goodbye, Philly. Goodbye. Good night. That's all we got to say. Goodbye. Get out of town. Catch the Philly Express. You bum. Nothing.
Oh, it was great. It was unbelievable. The second period with 4 goals in 1 period. Unbelievable.
Are you kidding me? They're absolutely unstoppable. Eric Lindros is history.
Go Sabres.
Well, that's what the fans have to say. To hear from the players, you're going to have to wait just a little bit longer. Jody Jackson will have more from the players coming up in News 4 Sports.
A lot of fans support.
Have to learn how to express themselves, these Buffalo fans. Well, noise is just fine at a Sabres game, but what if your house was rocking because of construction?
Now, that's what some West Seneca families say is happening to them. So let's hear and see what it's like with night team's Rick Pfeiffer. Rick?
Jackie, Rich, this is Class Avenue in West Seneca. These are the homes we're talking about. Behind us, the Route 400 where it joins the 90. And those lights and the heavy equipment you see, that's construction equipment. And it's going full bore even at 11 o'clock.
I'm sitting in that chair there, and all of a sudden, I just felt it shaking. I says, what the hell is that? All of a sudden, the door popped open, and out fell the cans. I says, oh, man, this is too much.
It's the sound of progress, the rebuilding of the New York State Thruway. And Jack Williams and his neighbors have had just about enough.
Last night they started at 8, 9 o'clock. I get up at 4 in the morning. They were still pounding at 4 in the morning.
Since the reconstruction of the junction between the Thruway and Route 400 began, construction crews have worked around the clock 6 days a week. An unusual practice on road rebuilding projects here.
They had the appropriate approval to be working through the night at various hours, and everything is all well and good.
But for the folks who live on Class Avenue, it's anything but well and good.
We're not against change or redevelopment of our area or improvements to the Thruway, because we do live here, and it's the main artery that we use the Thruway right here. But it's just it's a little bit of an inconvenience with the sound right now.
West Seneca town officials haven't been able to get the residents relief, and the Thruway Authority did not respond to our request to talk about the problem. Though there may be a simple solution.
I would gladly let them work till 11 o'clock at night. And let us at least get 5, like myself, get 5 hours sleep. Everybody else maybe gets up at 5. Let them get 6 hours. But let us get some sleep at night.
We're told State Senator William Stikowski may be out in this neighborhood later in the week with some sound measurement equipment. And if it is too loud at 11 o'clock or even later, then there may be some changes in the way this work is being done.
Very unusual. Thanks, Rick.
Students in the small town of Edinburgh, Pennsylvania are trying to cope with the death of a teacher. Death by gunfire at the hands of a 14-year-old, according to police. Night Team's Milas Hairston has the story now from Edinburgh.
Students walked into school knowing one of their teachers and one of their classmates would not be here. The lesson learned, life goes on.
It's been a day, though, that's made us a little more humble and a little more proud.
Students in some way began to deal with Friday's murder of 8th grade science teacher John Gillette. Others paid their respects by attending an afternoon wake. The students also dealt with the fact that a classmate, 14-year-old Andrew Worst, is charged with homicide.
It's hard to believe. I never thought it would happen. Can't believe he did it. It's just weird.
Where people don't think it's likely to happen, that's the first place it's going to happen.
White ribbons show how much this community misses John Gillette. It's a community dealing with a lot of pain and suffering.
The major thing is to help them just talk about it. That's the first thing. The grief counselors tell us that the initial stages of the stress, you have to have people talk about it. You can't let them just bury it.
While this day was tough for students, it was also tough for teachers mourning the loss of one of their colleagues.
A lot of the teachers are kind of frustrated as well. They don't really know what's going to be happening. Some of them are scared.
Students, teachers, and administrators were able to make it through this first day back, but Tuesday will be a different story. The schools in the district will be closed so all can attend John Gillette's funeral. In Edinburgh, Pennsylvania, Milas Hairston, News 4 Tonight.
Milas will have a live report for us from Edinburgh tomorrow at noon. Some local companies are getting a bogus bill for a service they never requested. Night Team's Al Vaughters files his call for action report and explains why you shouldn't always let your fingers do the walking.
See how good will dance and shake and tap when that happens. Just look at
the Irish Classical Theater is packing them in, and the office is swamped with new business. So when this official-looking Yellow Pages notice came in, it looked like just another bill.
And then I noticed that it said, this is not a bill, it's for an internet service. So I said, oh, well, my gosh, $187, and I could have almost paid it.
Postal inspectors say Mary Ann was nearly conned by a bogus Yellow Pages firm operating in Indiana. Officials estimate deceptive directory billings cost businesses and consumers nearly $500 million every year.
There are a variety of schemes that use false or deceptive billings. Besides false billings for Yellow Page ads, there are schemes that bill for newspaper ads that were never placed.
This is a sample bogus directory, all one-line listings that do the advertisers little good. It doesn't reach their potential customers, but the publisher makes millions.
We asked businesses appearing here if they wanted a listing in a nationwide directory. 7 out of 10 said no.
Here's the loophole that authorities say opens the door to many of these bogus Yellow Pages operations. It's the Walking Fingers logo. AT&T used it extensively back in the 1980s, and it looks official. Problem is, Ma Bell never got a trademark for it. Now anyone who wants to use the Walking Fingers can do it, but the Irish Classical Theater gave these fingers the thumbs down.
How close did you come?
Oh, I had the check written, and I had voided it and saved $187.
What are you using it for?
Postage.
Postal officials say they're investigating the Indiana company that almost got its sticky fingers in the theater's pocket. Al Vaughters, News 4 Tonight.
Prosecuting Yellow Pages scams is tough, though. Postal inspectors have closed down several of these operators, including one here in Buffalo, but none have gone to jail. Al will have more on this story tomorrow at 5 and 11.
A Hamburg teenager pleaded not guilty to charges of manslaughter and DWI today for a crash that killed 2 women. Police say 18-year-old Richard Stevens was driving close to 90 miles an hour when he hit a car on the Father Baker Bridge Saturday night. That crash killed 55-year-old Ann Satursky and her 81-year-old mother, Josephine Noble.
An American couple believed lost at sea off Australia's Great Barrier Reef may have faked their own deaths. The couple was diving off a charter boat last January, but the boat returned to shore without them. Well, now another dive operator says his head count came up with 3 extra people the day after the disappearance. The couple wore full wetsuits, which may suggest they were planning to stay in the water for a long time.
Well, don't look now, but wait until you see why experts say space junk can be a danger here on Earth. They brought this 580-pound chunk of debris to California to show the dangers of space junk. This piece fell to earth last year after a satellite launch. It landed just 50 yards away from a farmer's home in Texas. Well, higher education is out of this world with the help of astronaut Jim Powalczyk, an Elma native. Dr. Powalczyk gave a seminar from space to students at Penn State today. He talked about some of the experiments that the crew is doing in space. Powalczyk is a member of the Penn State faculty.
Look how relaxed they are now on these transmissions. It's just like he's in another classroom. He's 150 miles up. So we're looking for a nice day, Don.
After a frosty night, which is still our main concern for our agricultural community. And in case you don't know, that's, I believe, the second most important unit of Western New York's economy. And we do like to give as much advice as we can to our agricultural growers. And with the growing season about 2 weeks ahead of where it normally is, tonight's frost is a threat, but it appears to be less of a threat in the orchards of Niagara and Orleans counties. I'll show you why in a moment. 34 at Warsaw High School, dew point temperature 30, but the frost that forms will actually remove a little bit of the moisture and dry the air out, allowing it to cool to the 20s overnight. 41 at the airport, humidity 64%. The barometer 30, 32 and rising, and the winds are calm right now. Here are the temperatures, 40 at the airport, 32 at Bradford, but the dew point temperatures will allow enough cooling for widespread frost. The frost should not be a killing frost in the city or near the lake shores. However, you'll see some cloudiness crossing into Orleans County from Ontario, and that's probably going to afford even a little more protection to the fruit orchards from eastern Niagara County eastward. For tonight, scattered frost, lighter frost in the orchards, but a heavy frost and a hard freeze in some of the southern tier valleys where it'll drop to 23 around Salamanca, 35 on the lake shore. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, beautiful day, milder, lighter winds, 56 to 59. Very good news about Wednesday and pretty good news about Thursday. We'll give you the rest of the week coming back.
All right, Dave.
Well, this is an important night for the newest class of state troopers. We'll tell you why next. Plus, we'll see why the bright lights of Hollywood will be shining a short distance from Buffalo.
And how can a game of golf help bring a child's grades up to par?